with tropical distributors just recently, where we do encourage persons to drink responsibly, and I'm certain that that message will be echoed here today from a health perspective. So if it's going to come from your suppliers and they're saying drink responsibly, then that message is also going to carry through from our health professionals, from the persons from insurance. And so turning over to Tish, I see Tish has the hot mic. Turning over to Tish just to get from you, and we've heard from Ivan, you know, what prompted him to reach out, but really to hear NAGICO in terms of what was the impetus for NAGICO to say, yes, this is something that we want to come on board with.
I mean, as Ivan said, Dylan, and what he said, it was a natural partnership. NAGICO is a Caribbean company, right? We've been around for 42 years now, and we are, like we say, fair, fast, fair, and we're always there. We've been here for a long, long time. And included in all the products that we provide, which would be property, casualty, life, medical, is a big product of ours. And we're invested in communities being stronger, healthier. We're dedicated to that. So it kind of aligned with our current goals, basically, you know, perfectly on what we want. We want to collaborate with the communities that we work with. We have, as you may have known, we have a number of offices locally. Some in our branch office in the Valley. We have our agent, CCI, and our various brokers, MACO, Fair Play. So we are familiar with servicing the Anguillan people, the Anguillan population, and we wanted to be part of this, you know, really important celebration of culture, you know, and wanted to basically ensure that the values of health, development, all of this is continued. I have Lisa here. She'll talk more about the project that we're really excited about, honestly.
Hi, everyone. So I am Lisa Brown, the marketing manager for NAGICO Group, one of the marketing managers. And like Tish put it perfectly, this was a marriage made in heaven. So like Ivan said, once he mentioned a few keywords and, you know, he approached us, we went to our CEO and it was a no-brainer. Family, health, community. NAGICO is big on those things. And in all the communities that we are, or all the islands in which we operate, because NAGICO is located in 21 islands Caribbean-wide. So we're in the French, the English, the Dutch-speaking Caribbean, you name it, we're there. And we've been around for 42 years and going stronger. Anguilla was our second island that we opened in after St. Martin. So St. Martin is our home base, Anguilla came second. So when we were approached with this, especially for the 50th anniversary, we could not say no. When Ivan laid out what the plan was in terms of you know, encouraging people to be responsible, look, we are Caribbean, we are fetting people. It's in our DNA. We cannot get past the fet. If it's a funeral, we find a way to add a little bit of, you know, fetting, whether it is for a wake or it's just who we are. So it's our responsibility as insurance provider to encourage people to do this in a responsible way, because there's a way to have clean, good, and safe fun, and we 100% as NAGICO endorse this. So as our CEO, Kira Ali, would say, once we live up to our reputation, fast, fair, fast as in we are very responsive. So if it's a quotation, if it's a claim settlement, you know, we've been there for all the very serious hurricane and natural disasters, you name it, we've been there. Fair, we settle our claims within any time, and this is now the part where we're always there in terms of our corporate social responsibility. So, as Ivan said, we are backing this 100%, because with fetting, you talk about heat, you talk about alcohol. So many things can happen, whether it is just, you know, once you overindulge sometimes, you probably talk about having a driver that's responsible, somebody, who is, so these are all the things that we'll be pushing for. We will be working with the nurses and all the other health practitioners to help people, just stay hydrated. So water kind of balances out the alcohol to some extent, to help with hydration. If you just want somewhere to sit until you're able to catch yourself, if you feel like you are not good enough to drive, we encourage you wholeheartedly, have a seat by one of our tents, our bow flags. Look for somebody in the green, and we will be there to assist. And we also want to encourage people, support your local event. This is a big deal for Anguilla. 50 years, this is a big celebration. So we encourage people to come out, really have fun, and just to work with the partners that are there, the authorities, work with the health practitioners, and also, most importantly, your safety begins with you. So look out for us. NAGICO will be there. Any questions you have, any concerns. I also want to just drop this plug in there. It's hurricane season. Make sure while you fet, you still make sure that things are good at home, because at the end of the day, there is really no wealth without health. And we wholeheartedly encourage people to make sure you have your insurance in place, whether it is medical, for preventative care and so on, and you can always talk to any one of our advisors at our NAGICO office. 100% free. We offer advice. We have so many good products coming up. But let me not stray.
No,
50th anniversary.
You're not straying at all.
The 50th anniversary, and even though you're only seeing two faces here, we are backed by hundreds of corporate of our colleagues right throughout the Caribbean. I'm sure as I'm sitting here, our CEO is somewhere in Europe, but she's glued to this, watching this. Hello, Kira. We have one of our regional managers who should have been here, Mr. RJ Ramal, and his flight is a bit delayed, so he's sitting on the airport in St. Kitts. Hello, RJ, we've got this. Tish and I, we've got this. I'm Jean, our local office manager here. So we have a good team backing us here at NAGICO, and we are very proud of what you guys are able to put on, and we are just really excited to partner with you on this.
I am excited because never before has this been done.
Right.
And that's the reality of it. And it'll warm my heart on Juve morning, on Parade Day, on Caribbean Beach Park, when I walk into the brand new Lansing Cultural Center to see some green and white flags.
That's right.
Waving by a green and white tent. And I can tell somebody, if you're feeling a little bit under, go there. If you're you need a break, go over there.
Yep.
Because it's so much more. The thing for me is responsibility is not just knowing what to do, is actually doing it.
Yes.
And that's the reality that we sometimes just fail to put to the forefront of things. And I want for us, listening, us watching, us that will be fetting, visiting the island, to understand that NAGICO cares.
Yes, and just to add, Ivod, the beauty about, because NAGICO has been around for 42 years. That's almost as long as I've been alive.
Me too. Don't say that.
But I have been with the company for over 15 years, and I have to say, and this is just a personal feeling, it gives you a sense of fulfillment when you work for a company and see them truly and genuinely involved. Because I can tell you, in every single island that NAGICO is located, Trinidad, Bahamas, BVI, the ABC Islands, Antigua, we do things like this. We just had a recent health fair in Statia. 10 days later, we had one in Saba, because the idea is to promote a healthy lifestyle, because a healthy community, a healthy family builds a healthy community builds a healthy country, and prevention is always 100% better than having to cure. So our message is really, pushing awareness in these areas, and we are doing this in Anguilla, and we are hoping by by doing this and partnering with you, where NAGICO wants to take on a bolder and a more involved role in the community, because we do this not only for health, we do this for sport, we do this for education. Our corporate social responsibility is something that we take extremely serious. So you can buy insurance anywhere, but there's a difference between insurance and a NAGICO insurance.
Ooh,
because
I like that.
yes, it is, because we are involved in every aspect you can think of. We through our sponsorship and donation, we've helped several persons to get scholarships abroad. Through sports, we've had, even recently in St. Martin, a few of the athletes that we sponsor on the cricket field, they have made the regional and the Caribbean, the West Indies team. Casey Carty. We've had a few more that just joined the other day. We've had a few baseball players, a few footballers who actually now have landed spots in very, very prominent tertiary schools in the United States. So it's just part of what we do. And now the health aspect, it's like we've come full circle. So we are very excited for this. And I just see that our Commissioner of Health is here too. And this is just really an amazing partnership that we look forward to becoming an annual one.
Awesome. You just take it as far as me. I like stuff like that.
That is all you
That's
need to say.
Ivan is comfortable now.
That is all you needed to say. I felt the load lifted. You know that song like I sing in church? Burden lifted.
Let the church say amen.
Because we need this going forward. I think we've been trying to reposition what our summer festival looks like, what festivals in general looks like. I think what we fail to have done through the Caribbean and we're doing now is actually prepare for these mass gatherings the way that we should.
Yes.
When you go through the preparatory documents throughout the US, the UK, and Canada, and what's involved in managing this influx of people, it blows my mind. Even with the health services that we have here, these relationships, I live by a code, and relationship is the currency of business.
Correct.
And these relationships here will go such a long way. Before I say anything else, your boss is watching. She said, I am proud to be partnering on this milestone event, health and wellness, NAGICO Cares. We are here for you. People-centric, purpose-driven. So if this is Madeline Carey, she's watching, she's tuned in from all the way in the UK, that shows the commitment.
Yes.
And we have our health commissioner here with us now. And I know you haven't sat on this side of interview seat with me. I'm not the one you should be afraid of. I point to no elbows, but this is the lady that has asked all the tough questions.
I don't. We are now into the home stretch, Ivan. We are well relaxed and geared up for Angular Summer Festival 50. So it's going to be easy.
All right, good to know. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Yes.
Ms. Solani. It is
Hi.
really good to have you join us and for us to all be here. Lisa and Tish, they've really taken us through NAGICO's commitment and what brought them on board and why they wanted to be on board. But as the health commissioner for the Department of Health Services in Anguilla, what does this partnership, Lisa referred to it as a marriage, and it's only fitting for the family reunion. We smooth that in with a marriage. But what does this partnership, this sponsorship mean for you and the team at the Department of Health Services?
Oh, yes, definitely. First, I'd like to thank NAGICO for being so generous to donate, that funds to the Health Services Department so we can actually help us meet our goals and objectives for the Carnival 50. So when you think about donations and grants, this is really the things that really allows organizations like the Department of Health Services achieve its goals. Because, as you can appreciate, yes, we have a budget, but sometimes we have so many things that we need to do to provide services to the public. And NAGICO is really coming at a really good time because for the Carnival 50, we have to double and triple our efforts in terms of our staffing. We have to provide medical outposts. We have to provide additional staff within the emergency room itself. And even we intend to open the center at the polyclinic, the central polyclinic. So if persons need different levels of care based on the triage, they can go to either the polyclinic or the hospital based on the severity, right? And NAGICO coming in actually helps us, so we can say, okay, fine, so we can, safely say to the staff, you will be covered for your sessions, we can pay the staff, we can really think about, having increased security, and it really helps us a lot. Yeah. So you don't have to dip into the budget of the regular operations to provide care for people during the Carnival 50 event.
Yes, I love that. Ivan alluded to it a little bit earlier, the polyclinic being used somewhat as an outpost.
Yes.
Can you share with us what that actually is going to look like, the different levels, so that persons are aware of, well, if I'm suffering with X, Y, and Z,
yes.
I go here versus going to the Princess Alexandra Hospital. Is that something that you're prepared to share today?
Sure, I can share it because we have already worked out with the team what it's going to look like. So in a nutshell, in a general sense, what's going to happen, there's a medical outpost. So you're at an event, let's say someone faints or, falls, get a cut. They will be seen at the medical outpost, and here's where they'll be triaged to decide, okay, this is a minor. They can go to the central polyclinic, and there the team would stabilize and discharge. If it's something more serious requiring maybe imaging or a more serious intervention from the medical perspective, they'll be directed to the hospital. We are also preparing for, in the eventuality, which I hope we don't have, but in the event of a mass casualty, we are also putting things in place so that we can deal with whatever comes our way as far as medical needs as much as is possible. We're doing our best to meet those needs.
I know you said, as much as...
Sorry. You got to put your mic on, but I want to warn you. The moment she says, that's when it's getting interesting. This one is going to be
I think I can handle it. I think.
Bring it on.
Yeah, bring it on.
But no, I think in light of, and these conversations are not happening in isolation.
Right.
These conversations are not happening outside without consideration of what we have been seeing happening on the ground, unfortunately, recently. And so, while this is something that I know our security services, the Royal Anguilla Police Force, and all personnel will work towards alleviating and really mitigating against, it is good to know that on the back end, our health services, that there is preparation being done and in place to address any
likelihood of any event, exactly.
Any event that happens.
Exactly.
And Ivan, I know we've had some discussions about having conversations, some additional conversations, and bringing those to the public about some of the security measures that will be in place. Because again, it is one thing to sit in a room like this and have these discussions, but we also need to assure the public that their safety is our number one priority. Right, that safety is our number one priority at this point. And so it is reassuring to hear that these plans are in place as we move forward.
Oh, yes, most definitely. And we're not only considering incidents of possible violence. Remember, you have a lot of persons, maybe out during the day, the sun will be hot, people will be drinking, persons are going to fall, sprain ankles, we're going to have persons dehydrated and just need to have some hydration. So we are preparing for an influx of, any type of medical needs that persons will need.
And from NAGICO, if I could just add, from NAGICO's standpoint, we want to use this opportunity as well to applaud you, because we have our festivities each year, and the idea is you learn from your past experiences and you try to make it better each time. So to see this being implemented now, it was a no-brainer for us to come on board, because we sell insurance, but we are also part of the community, and this is true public-private partnership. So for us to get together and put heads together to see, what worked, you do your SWOT analysis. My CEO likes to say, let's have an autopsy. So what worked? What could we have done better? How can we improve this? So we've been fortunate to not have any major incident. So this is actually preparation. This is risk management. This is what NAGICO does as well. So to see all of this come full circle, and that's what I meant, this is really a good idea because, like she said, you have a lot of people that come over for August Monday especially. And for the 50th anniversary, I can tell you people have been gearing up for this for a long time. This is months. Nobody. Because I will be here working. but you know, there is a difference in terms of sponsorship. Some companies sponsor and they say, you know, here is some money, and NAGICO is very involved like that. So you will be seeing us. We'll be distributing water bottles so people can, you know, travel, get there, you know, make sure you have your water. So there's no excuse not to have some water. We'll be providing sunglasses so people can, you know, fet responsibly, caps. So there'll be several other promotional items that everything is really in mind and geared around how can we help to protect, you know, our people while they enjoy themselves. So we really do want to applaud the health department, the medical team for really putting their heads together and thinking, you know, ahead of what, you know, how can they be more proactive and so on. And I just feel like this is going to be one for the books.
I think one of the things that I'm looking forward to, Ivan and Tish will know very well, I don't do well with sun.
She needs 3 days off after.
The sun and I, we don't gel well, quite honestly. And so I'm really excited to hear about your rest stations.
Right.
Those areas where you can go and you can get some sort of reprieve from the heat.
And they'll be easily identifiable. Because NAGICO, Tish is touching her green, so they'll be marked with green NAGICO banners, both flags, and all of that. And of course, you'll have people on the ground there in their NAGICO shirts, the big NAGICO across the front. So you cannot miss us. And of course, Ivan will be there with his team. Ask a question. One of the things about the NAGICO team I can speak is we're very friendly. We're very courteous. So stop by, say hello to your team, because I am telling you, they work tirelessly behind the scene. And also, congratulations, Ivan, because like you mentioned, you know, when people show up to an event, what they see is the event. 90% of that happens in preparation. The foreplanning, the what ifs, the coming together, the meetings, the sponsorship that needs to come together. And we are very happy that we are able to provide some financial support and also the relationship support in terms of, like she mentioned, NAGICO covers with our medical insurance. We have one of the best medical insurance. Not to brag, but we really do. So if you need more information on that, we should brag, right? You know what? We do have one of the best medical insurance, where we offer even our emergency, if you're air ambulance, anything at all. We have our medical plan, which is really catered and tailored to suit your need. So it's based on what you can afford. So we have our silver, we have our gold, we have our platinum. So wherever you are in life, NAGICO meets you there. So just ask a question if you're interested, and talk to one of our advisors.
So, Linda, is there anything else from you that you would want the public to know in terms of preparations and health preparations for Summer Festival 50? As we really, the clock is ticking.
The clock is alarming.
It's just going beep 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 beep. Yeah, we're right there.
I just would like to wish everyone a safe and a happy Summer Carnival 50. As for health preparations, just remember to remain hydrated. You're on the road having a great time. Limit your alcohol intake. Drink lots of water. Have something wholesome to eat so you don't get hypoglycemic on the road and then, faint or something. So just take care of yourselves. If you know you have allergies, stay away from things that you are allergic to. Just take care of yourself and have a great and wonderful Carnival 50.
Great. Ivan, just over to you a bit. Is there anything else about this partnership with NAGICO that you would like to say in terms of what it covers? I know we usually speak about the we usually speak towards the monetary amount. I'm not sure if you want to get
Yes.
into what that looks like. So turn over to you.
So, NAGICO not only wears green shirts, but they give green dollars as well. The money is green. To the tune of 8,500 US dollars in cash. That's 8,500 US dollars in cash. But that has nothing to do with the things that Lisa mentioned, which has propelled them to a gold sponsorship level. When you talk about the things that we actually need, you know, we take these things for granted until you're out there and you realize, I should have had a water bottle. You don't know how far that goes in protecting the environment and these type of things. So for me, there's a holistic approach to what they're doing here that I am absolutely, totally grateful for. I know the Anguilla Summer Festival Committee is grateful for it. I know Anguilla in general is grateful for the contribution from NAGICO. As they said.
And in addition to the financial contribution, one of the things we committed to Ivan to do, we are going to take advantage of our network. So like I mentioned, we are located in 21 islands. People come from all over to visit Anguilla for the Summer Festival. So two of the islands in which we will be promoting this heavily is going to be advertised in St. Kitts and Nevis. It's going to be advertised in St. Martin on a lot of our popular radio stations like Laser 101 and all the others. So we are doing our part as well to really bring some awareness to not only the event, but to Anguilla on a whole as a nice tourist destination, because like we said, we have an office here, we have a home office here. We service not only, we don't consider people just our clients. You mentioned family. We are all Anguillans too. You know, we serve our cousins and everyone. So at the end of the day, Anguilla takes care of us and we take care of Anguilla, and that is pretty much what this is about.
Yeah, I want to add to that. You talk about the family reunion, and we're like committed to community, right? And we're committed. We're a Caribbean company, over 42 years, operating in the region in 21 different countries. We promote safe fetting, right? We want safe fetting, and we're about risk management, and like we're saying, partnering with the government of Anguilla and the health services. It's about identifying how we can ensure that our community feels safe, right? Reassure them of our presence, that we're giving back, that we're ready to we've been here, you've given to us. We of course want to show that we are supporting this community that we operate in, and God forbid anything happens, we're also there if you need us.
So let me just tell you something about me. You know I get excited when I'm around people of like mind. And when you're on the call, Ms. Brown started speaking the language, and I'm like, yeah, I like this. Because she started talking about, just the reach that NAGICO has that we can use to market and promote and get the messages out. And I'm like, this is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And it, like she said, it was a match made in heaven. I don't know if because the call was on Sunday afternoon.
We've been talking nonstop.
We just been at it. But everybody that's here on board is excited about what is to come. I'm happy for the Department of Health Services. Did I say that correctly? Health Services? Because I know when we sat in the first meeting, I saw the concern in their eyes. And a commitment was made to try and find some support to get it done. Because I know we were not in a position to do it. You know how things work for government. The budget is passed. You got to wait to go back to the House of Assembly for a supplementary, and then the UK have to tell you if you can get it or not, because it's an envelope. And then you have to shuffle things. But then what happens going into the hurricane season? Correct. What happens going into the festive season, where our medical treatment overseas budget is busted, our medications and stuff? You have these things that you have to cater for. And it's a partnership like this with NAGICO,
And
that's
we're hoping to, the idea with NAGICO is we try to lead by example. Yes, I'm going to brag. We usually are, we are trendsetters. And this is
boy.
something that we encourage other private entities to do. So we can't always just depend on government, to have all the answers. We are a community and we have to come together. So this, for example, this partnership, this is something like I mentioned, we do in every single island. For example, in St. Martin, NAGICO has been sponsoring the Calypso, because culture is one of our biggest thing. We've been sponsoring the Calypso show. At this point, it's named after us because we've been sponsoring it for over 50 years. So, yeah. So, what we hope is by us taking this bold step forward and doing this, that other private entities will also come on board to assist financially so that it eases the burden. It eases the burden because, we are doing this for us. You do this, you bring more tourism to your island. The economy, it really, it impacts it positively. So, yeah, NAGICO is doing this. We'll continue to do this, even if nobody else steps up. This is just what we do. We take our corporate social responsibility very seriously, but we seriously, and we really hope that other private entities and other companies take a step forward, to, come forward, especially when it's for such a really good cause.
Certain Ivan loves to hear that, which
I do.
means
It's a wedding. I do.
it just means that you'll be dragging me out. So hopefully more sponsorship announcements as we head into the Summer Festival 50. You spoke, Ivan, that it's a jam-packed week. This year, I keep mentioning, you have made it 3 weeks. It is 3 weeks of non-stop activities and non-stop actions. Don't know what you're thinking. You are thinking that you will have partners like NAGICO.
I definitely was. I was thinking that I'd have partners like NAGICO coming on board and making this work.
Yes, so partners like NAGICO Insurance working in collaboration with the Department of Health Services to make sure that persons are ready and are covered when it comes to their health. I take this opportunity to mention that on Saturday, we will be having Jam Fitness, which is the culmination of the Fit to Fet campaign. If you've not got those steps in, get them in. I know we've busted
50 million.
The 50 million, but Ivan, you and we have a little bit of a bet going on.
Yeah. So I need you, I got the mic now. So I need you to go out and just walk like crazy over the next couple of days. Leniva and I have a friendly wager going on. I said that we were going to double the 50 million steps because we got the 50 million steps in record time. On Jam Fitness morning, I need everybody in Anguilla, get up at 5 o'clock, walk to the village so you can get those steps. Get your steps in the village, and then we'll figure out how you get back home. Because I want 100 million steps. Yeah, we are approaching. Start walking from now. Fellas, it's about that time. Just get up and run to your girl's house. I want those steps. That's right. I want those steps so I can win this bet. I don't win bets. So I'm really trying very hard to win this one, Gleneva. I want 100 million steps.
So, Ivan, it's funny that you said that, because I was at the gym this morning, and they were discussing the
Jam Fitness.
At the Lansing Bowl?
Yes.
Right, 5 o'clock Saturday. You come in, they got to me, are you coming? I will see. But now that I heard you say, now that I heard you say that you want, I think I have to come. So I'm probably saying to my team now, I will be there. Yes, it works.
Bring a friend, bring a cousin, bring that long lost love that you never talked to. Still, let's have a walk. I don't care. I want 100 million steps.
Well, I'm certain Ivan wants the 100 million steps by Saturday. I'm certain if we don't hit it by Saturday, once we finish with the longest Juve route in the region, we are definitely going to be hitting the 100 million. So that's where our little wager goes on. I know that we'll definitely get there. It's a question of timing, but definitely come out. It's about time Ivan wins something.
Yeah,
so come out on Saturday, get fit to fet, because it's endurance. It's about being ready for the road.
And NAGICO will be there on Saturday too.
Yes, we will.
Lisa's like, yes,
yes,
we will.
we don't back down from a challenge.
We
do
don't
not
back down.
from a challenge. And like I said, we lead by example. So look out for us. We'll be there.
Excellent. So it starts at 5. I think we'll all be there. All, Titanium Sounds as usual. They'll be there. We'll be conducting our interviews. I'll be behind the scenes conducting some interviews while getting some fitness in.
Yeah.
Out
And one
front.
other thing I would like to add, we know that with heat and with alcohol, sometimes you get a little bit frustrated and tempers will flare, but remember the objective of this is fun.
Yes.
At the end of the day, it is fun, coming together, family reunion. So, at this point, let's just really put differences aside and, just be patient, a little bit more patient, a little bit more grace, and we look out for each other while we have this amazing event.
Yes.
I can say
excellent.
something. I normally do this. I'm going to hold your hand like a mic. I normally do this, and I don't want persons to escape the fact that $8,500 US is 23,035 Eastern Caribbean dollars, which is our legal tender. So if you're looking at double digits, NAGICO has come in with the double digits. That's $23,035. I didn't see any sense in my calculation, but it sure made a lot of sense for us to get NAGICO on board.
It sounds very good. Again, just a major round of applause for NAGICO for coming on board in such a major way and ensuring our safety throughout this summer festival season. So again, to NAGICO, thank you. To the Department of Health Services and the Commissioner of the Department of Health Services, thank you for being here and for sharing with us some of the plans that are in place for Summer Festival 50 as it relates to our health.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Until the next one.
Yeah, we can stop it.
All right.
We've been here since the beginning. We are the only indigenous bank on the island. We are the pulse of our communities. We are the bank with a difference. Our commitment to building Anguilla means we value our relationships, friendships, homes, and businesses. Everything we do is done with care and expertise. We serve our people with integrity and pride, ensuring we transact with confidence. It's our passion to help our people and businesses succeed, making sure every Anguillian has the opportunity to flourish in a beautiful country we call our home. Welcome to the People's Bank. Welcome to the National Commercial Bank of Anguilla. Anguilla is our home. We've been here since the beginning. We are the only indigenous bank on the island. We are the pulse of our communities. We are the bank with a difference. Our commitment to building Anguilla means we value our relationships, friendships, homes, and businesses. Everything we do is done with care and expertise. We serve our people with integrity and pride, ensuring we transact with confidence. Our passion to help our people and businesses succeed, making sure every Anguillian has the opportunity to flourish in a beautiful country we call our home. Welcome to the People's Bank. Welcome to the National Commercial Bank of Anguilla.